You're not new to politics. Tracing back to your antecedents since the mid-90s, how has it been for you? What does politics mean to you, and how have you been able to reinvent yourself in politics?
Yeah, I would say I've fared very well politically. In fact, some people do tell me that I found where God wanted me to be early in my life, because I was very young when I entered politics. That is to serve the people. So I'm one of those lucky young guys then that veered into politics at a very, very top position. That is in 1996-97, where I won the primaries in GDM to represent the party and for chairmanship of the council then. And when I won it wasn't even easy to win the primaries then, but when I won the primaries, I was now the flag bearer of GDM. Then the next problem again is the opposition people that I met in other parties. So I count myself very lucky. And at that time, it's not easy to defeat the caliber of Chief Abobo in the local government election, but I came out successful. My first time in politics, and you know what it means. Your first time and you win. It's a great feat that we performed, but all those things were the handwork of our people that were involved in Grassroots Democratic Party, GDM, including our leader, Ekweme, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Atoko, who gave us a very powerful support in Anocha South to grow the party. He did a lot for us. So, politically, I was very lucky, entering at very tender age and coming out successful. You know, in those days, 1996, 97, who you know, many of them, some of them were still working in their different companies, banks, everywhere. But I joined, and God did it for me. I was able to succeed. And when that government collapsed because of the death of the late head of state, Sani Abacha, then it was now the PDP that we joined. And I started PDP with when Chief Chris Abobo was appointed minister. He was the state financial secretary. So I had to take over that position. Ibori, and that is the former governor, our leader, they supported me to take over as the state financial secretary. From state financial secretary to state secretary of PDP. From state secretary to Delta North senatorial chairman of PDP. So you can see that I have there's no small position that I have occupied. All of them are big in the party. State financial secretary, state secretary, state vice chairman, that is the Delta North senatorial chairman. So that's been somehow I'm lucky. That's how I see it.
Talking of your luck and coming into politics, at that time, politics was not even in the minds of so many people who are in politics now. What comes to your mind when you think politics, or what is the driving force for politics for you?
I think it's supposed to be service to the people. You see, some people, it's unfortunate. Some people think when you veer into politics, you are coming there to amass wealth, to do this. No. It's to serve. Because if you don't serve, people will give you bad name. They will call you what you don't normally wants to be associated with. All names, stupid names, all those things. So it's better you go there and serve the people. When you serve the people, forget about any other thing. People will be telling them this man is doing the right thing, or the right thing the community wants. So the way I see politics is for service to the people. I don't see it as any other thing. Only God knows who is going to serve and who is not going to serve. I cannot say, but the people can decide who is serious. So that is that.
That's it, sir. You have mentioned the leaders in Delta State politics. You talk of governor, the former immediate past governor, Governor Toefanyo Kowade Kweme. You've talked about Chief James Ibori. Let's look at Delta State politics as it were. Considering what is happening in some parts of the state, let's say the zone, what you see happening in Rivers State, it is understandable that oftentimes you see friction within the polity. Your Ekweme worked so hard to ensure that PDP succeeds in Delta State. Knowing what you know, having gone through the files in politics, do you see something similar to what is happening in Rivers State happening in Delta State?
You mean Wike and Fubura? No, I cannot. No. Not the state. For what? If you see from His Excellency James Ibori to His Excellency Dr. Emmanuel Odua, from him to His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Atoko, you can see they have been able to manage the state. They've been able to condone, manage. There is nobody is a saint. Nobody is a saint. But your ability to manage that situation matters a lot. Even you, those working under you, they may get agitated sometimes. You know how to handle it. Or even your brothers, even the family. So we have been very lucky in Delta State. What they saw, some people saw in this past election, as regards our first governor, that is Chief Hon Anwuzia, James Ibori, and the emergence of our present governor. I feel it was managed too, because it did not escalate. You understand me? If maybe he felt, no, it shouldn't have been so, but majority of us say, no, let us go with the present governor. And the present governor has emerged. I don't see our brother, Chief, our former governor, our leader, Chief James Ibori, doing anything that will destroy the party that he helped to build. You cannot build a house and destroy it. So I think nothing near what is happening in Rivers will ever happen in Delta here. And we have intelligent people. What is happening in Rivers is madness. For example, did Ekweme not help our present governor to win the election? He did. But it's not disturbing him anymore. Ekweme goes to where they invite him to come. He will come there, appear, and he will sit gently. No disturbance, no. And our present governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oburu, is doing marvelously well. Doing it on his own. Nobody is distracting him. Ekweme is not disturbing him. He knows before he picked and supported Right Honorable Sheriff Oburu to take over from him. He knows that the Sheriff, Right Honorable Sheriff Oburu, is capable to steady the state to his Eldorado. So I don't know why we should ever try to compare what is happening there. I think my brother, no. That place, what is happening there is is surprising to many people because it's too early. Nobody says we cannot get agitated at somewhere along the line, but just 7 months, 6 months, it has started. We pray that kind of thing will never happen in any other place in this country.
That said, sir, let's bring it to Anwuzia South, where you represent.
Yes.
And let's trace your antecedent. Anwuzia South is known for, it has been a PDP local government to a large extent. And in my interaction with you, you've always emphasized that there is a working principle that more like a family affair in Anwuzia South that ensure that you have always come out smoothly, despite the challenges that have come, especially considering what happened in the last. But before I go into that, what comes into your mind when people have cited some of the achievements you've recorded in, especially as local government council chairman? What is the workings of your mind? What made you go into such ventures?
Like you rightly said, if you remember, when I was elected 2014, October 2014. That's when I was sworn in. That's my first tenure as a council chairman. Remember, there was a recession. I couldn't do anything. We couldn't even pay salaries. Many councils were owing 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, including my own council. That's Anwuzia South. And now, for you to be a chairman in Anwuzia South, it's very difficult. Because some people will oppose you, while some will support you. My first tenure was like Biafran War. But God used some people to see it through. And I eventually won, then we worked. Then throughout that period, recession. To pay salary was very difficult. Even there was some months you have the allocation 5 million. And how much is the salary of the staff? How much is the salary of teachers? Because as a local government, you pay the teachers too. That's primary school teachers. So the first tenure, we managed. Then when I now said I want to come back the second term, it has never happened before anyway. That's the record. I think I was the first person that God used to go for the second term. Because I was determined that I should go for the second term, because I noticed we improve somehow. So that I'll be able to do something. And thank God you are witness to it, you are my friend here. Because you saw there was nothing initially. Then when we started the second tenure, which was more difficult than the first tenure for me to emerge again, because the leaders, I don't want to call their names here, opposed me, even some people from Lagos that doesn't even know anything about PDP. They opposed me with everything. At the end of the day, Ekweme has confidence in me. He supported me to emerge. And thank God, you were there when he came to commission those things. He now said, Isaac, how did you get this money? Because he knows that we don't have money. I said, sir, I was saving some money. Anything that comes, the staff, they are very, very understandable. That's the Norge. The leadership of the council, including the HPM treasurer, they know that we have to find something I have to do something before I leave. And I was very happy. When I went to Ekweme, I said, sir, I'm building this. I would like that road, that council road that is like a farm road. I want it tarred with all those, big mango trees that was planted in 1910. Some of them are dying, some of them, I begged him, and he said, I will do it for you. And look at the Castle Road. That's where people go to take selfie. If you go there in the night, because there was this street light too. I made sure after we mounted a street light. I begged the Melu to help me with those street lights along that Council Road. So, is what is happening now is not new. It's not new. So, what I would say is that Anwuzia is a very difficult place politically.
Talking of difficulty, let's drive it home now to the Anwuzia political family. You're somebody that has always insisted on harmony.
Yes, peace.
Peace. You insisted on balance. At the recent time, most of the, let's say, agitation, let's say, misunderstanding has already risen to the fore.
Yes.
In our previous interaction, you've always established, just before the chairman moved to Buluku, you emphasized balance. You even made it clear that this zoning, this understanding is always there. Now that it is rearing its head, what is the true picture as a leader in the local government, somebody who has always believed in balance? What are your thoughts?
My brother, I'm going to be very frank with you. You know why I'm happy is that you too, you are from Anwuzia, you know more, that nobody can lie before you or before the camera. Yes, I remember when I was leaving, I granted an interview where I said, before I leave, that I'm handing over to Obulo people. It was in order, because the last person that I took over from is from Sokwa clan. First, Joe Adigwe. I think Joe Adigwe was 1 year. Soroku took over from Joe Adigwe, 3 years. Mabawo took over from Soroku with him as the deputy. That's Afam. And they stayed 2 years. I don't know if you understand me. Before me. And what propelled me to seek the second time is what I've just told you, that I needed to do something. And I'm very, very happy that I did something. Now, when we were campaigning, everybody campaigned that, like me, the chairman Obolo. I don't know if you understand me. The 6 House of Assemblies or what, that the commissioner may be in Sokwa. It's not that we have right to do that, but we can appeal to the governor. You understand me? And to be sincere, even Adanioma, yeah, but that's on your image, was in support of Sokwa clan. So that's why I said, let nobody accuse her of anything. She was called upon to take this position. And I had to assemble with Ekweme after meeting Ekweme about what was going on. Ekweme now said, bring those Sokwa clan people. Those are those people we assembled. Leaders, including some youths there, so that he will tell them directly what happened. And when they came, he told them the truth. That Adama did not campaign or solicit for that position. That is the commissionership. I don't lie. And when they had it, they were all satisfied. That is why you see that majority of them are not talking as regards the issue of this commissionership that was supposed to go to Sokwa clan. I was targeting the Sokwa clan to take it. No, I campaigned with it. Just like the normal balancing. If you were to be in my shoes, that's what you will campaign with. If Obolo has a chairman, Awash has a House of Assembly, then commissioner, that is appointment. Because elected position is not 3 now, it's only 2. That's at the state level, yeah. So, I understand what is going on there in our local government. And I want to say it's because you have asked me that the balancing is an understanding. It's not like zoning. You sit down and zone. No, nobody has. You cannot sit down and say you zone here, zone here. When you asked me that question when I was in the council, I said it's going to Obolo. Was it zoning? No. It's because I felt it should go there, because after Obolo now it goes to Nsukka. Nobody's going to argue that one. So some people are going this thing the wrong way. That's why let me stop there until you fire more. They're handling it through the wrong way, not the way it's supposed to be.
Given that as it may, a lot of responsibility rests on you.
Yes.
And Nsukka clan especially, having seen most of your campaign, you've emphasized, even before the election, even ahead of the primaries, you have always maintained that Nsukka clan is in need of development to a large extent, and you don't seem to have reneged on that disposition. So how far have that been in the burnings of your mind?
Thank you very much, my brother. The truth of the matter is that, like you said, before the primaries, you interviewed us, many guys that were going for election. Myself, I did tell you that if you're a human being, that blood runs through your vein. Even though our wife is agitating for more things, so Obolo is agitating. But look at the Nsukka clan. Where is their level to these 2 other clans? It's far in terms of development. So I said that if I'm there, by the grace of God, that you people will see what they call, that is why we see what they call commitment. That I want it to be bridged. Let the Nsukka clan come up. You understand? I'm not saying it's going to measure up, but come up. There's no electricity in the Nsukka clan. Roads to link up communities. You know how the terrain is in the Nsukka clan. One road you tie in, for example, from DSHA to Ewolu, it's not up to the whole road you tie in the whole of Gwashuku. You know why? It's an urbanized area, and so if you take like that Nsukka road now, it's 9.1 kilometer, 9.1 kilometer. That is Ishago Ewolu. You understand me? The whole roads we have done in Owa is not up to 4. You understand me? So it's because of the terrain. Now the one they are doing now from Nsukka, Adonte, Okwaba, Abono, first phase that they are doing, will link almost 5 communities. Some people don't even see what is coming. They just talk. They don't see what is coming. And you know this contractor is the one that handled that all the Ogwashuku roads. He did it well. Then look at that Obolo Ogwashuku road, 7.7 kilometers. He did it well. That's why anytime they say he's the one doing it, I'm always happy. I'm always happy. So my brother, I had to immediately, I was elected, I was inaugurated, I had to go to who I know that will help me to achieve it. And that's Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Tokowa. When he spoke to Nsukka clan people, asked them, they are your brothers. He told them the truth. He told them how committed he is to his people, because it's from there. And they all understood that this is the place to go. What he did not even do when he was in office because of pressure, he's doing it now. Is it not better? It's better. I told him, I went to him, sir, this is the situation in this Nsukka clan. I don't need to tell him in Ogwash, he knows Obolo. You understand me? He knows. He did a very powerful road in Okiti. Even the road was on before during that election. It's completed now. He did Ogwashukwu Obolono Road. You understand what I'm saying? So the next is, sir, is this is Sokwakla. They don't have electricity. Please, sir. They need it. And thank God, when those leaders came, they presented it in their speech to him. Because they met with me before going to see Ekweme. We discussed. And all those things he told them, he's doing it already. My brother, more will come. What, you know, it's not enough to just put it in the budget, because thank God they are all budgeted, there's funds there. The most important is to move it further, to see that it's awarded. And this light we are talking, the heading is Nsukka and its environment. That's the environment. Now, they start from somewhere. Abi? Start from somewhere. Remember that the one of Ebuduaka is coming from Ekukwabo. It's budgeted for 2, I saw it. And the guy in Power and Energy, he knows what to do from there. That's he knows. After this year now, well, after this Christmas, I'm going to him to say, I want this electricity. So I can this thing. I want it. I'm not giving him because I don't know anybody. I want it to complete, competent. Is it electrician? I call them or engineers? I don't know. I have to push it. If you don't push anything, nothing there. The money you see here today, by December next year, you see it there. Nobody has. You understand me now? So that is that.
That's it. You are somebody that is perceived, I don't know if that could be right, as restless. You do not only do what you have to do on paper to get these things done. You seem to be hands-on to ensure they are done. I saw you following up most of those road ones that I've seen you even in offices, commissioners' offices, trying to make these things happen.
Yeah. You saw it. You're right.
Why do you go this extra mile?
Because it will fail if I don't do it. It has, see the records there now. A lot of people, see, a lot of people fail because they don't have what it takes to make moves, push things. That is, if you are a member of the house, you understand what they call budget. You can budget 20 billion in one ministry. I mean, December 2024, the 20 billion is still there. You must write for those projects, I mean, then the governor will approve. If he doesn't approve, what happens? We have to make moves. That is where it matters most. That's where you know who is who in terms of politics. Do things and push it for it to be done on the ground. Everybody's working for his people. Everybody's working for his people. You see people in Europe, they are working for their people. You see people in the job, so good, they are working for their people. Me too, from my natural side, I'm working for my people. And they are not in the other sense of it. So I always make moves. It's not easy. You don't succeed in all, but you try to make that move. So that is that, my brother.